Hello everyone, welcome back to CAD Tools for beginners. In this tutorial, we will learn hole command in part design in CATIA V5. So we have this model over here, and now we will create the hole command. So in the sketch based feature, you will find the hole command, and we have already seen all the commands: material addition and removal commands, pad, pocket, shaft, groove, then rib, slot, and then we have also seen the solid combine command. So we will see the stiffener, multi-section solid, multi-section removed solid, so in these upcoming tutorials. So let's have a focus on hole first. So just click on the hole option here, and here if you see in the status bar, you can see select a face or a plane. Optionally select a point or a line first to position the sketch. So we'll just create the hole on this face. Just select the face first. So once you select the hole, select the face, you have to locate the hole. So and also once you click on the face, this hole definition dialog box comes up, and here you can see there are three tabs over here. First is the extension, second is the type, third is the thread definition. So let's consider this first tab, that is extension, and in this tutorial we will only see the hole which is without thread, and in the next tutorial we are going to see the hole with a thread. So just click on the extension tab here, and here let's say keep this diameter and depth as it is, and first we'll position the sketch. So to position, click on this sketch option over here, and you can see you can just move this point anywhere on this face, and you can see it's in the white color, so it means that it is not constrained. So to constrain this, we have to just provide the dimensions. Just provide the dimension over here, let's say 30 mm, and one more will provide here from this edge, again we will provide 30 mm. So now you can see the point is turned into the green color, that is, it is iso constrained and it is fully constrained. So again, if you want to just check it, you can check with the sketch analysis function. So you can see here, let's say sketch solving status, and you can see the option over here, output is iso constrained, though the sketch is iso constrained. Now you cannot move that point. Just click on the exit workbench over here, and you can see you have the hole and its position is 30 mm and 30 mm from this side edges. So again, now if you preview it, you can see here the hole is created. There are some more options available here. You can see the diameter, you can increase the diameter, you can provide the diameter as per your requirement, and you can see the preview of it. Just click on the preview, and one more option is there, that is the depth you can provide. You can see this is the 10 mm depth is currently here, and you can just increase this one. You can see the depth is increasing, and you can preview it. Just click on OK. So if you see the bottom face, just double click on the hole, and the one more option is there, that is the bottom. So the bottom type is the V bottom or the flat. So currently by default it is V bottom, and if you see if you check the flat, you will find the flat bottom over here. So if you preview it, you can see it is a flat bottom. So if you can also check with this option over here, you can just turn into the wireframe, and you can see this is a flat bottom. Similarly, I will just double click it, and if you change it to V bottom, you can see the V bottom is created with an angle that is 160 degree. Again, you can just increase or reduce this angle over here, and just click on the preview. So you can see the angle is created there at the bottom. So again, I will just turn into the edges, shading it with the edges. So again, here there is an option that is a direction. So if you want to reverse your whole side, then you can just change it to reverse. But now our body is on the downward side, so you have to just select the default function and just click on OK. So again, double click on it, and here there is an option that is normal to surface. So if you don't want to make that hole normal to this surface, if you want to make it at a particular angle, then you can just uncheck this option, and you have to provide the particular length, or you can provide a face. So just we'll create one simple line over here. Just click on the isometric view, and here instead of this we'll create one line which is little bit slant. Just create this line in the slant, and now I will just delete this here and click on the hole, click on this face. Again, if you want to position this sketch first, provide the dimensions, provide the horizontal dimension, let's say 30 mm, here as well 30 mm, and now just uncheck this option, and here you will provide this line as a direction, and just click on the preview. You can see the hole is created with a slant. So again, if we change this to wireframe, you can see here the hole is created at this position along this line direction. So again, change this to shading with edges, and now I will just delete this again, delete this line, again delete this. Okay, so again click on the isometric view, and here we'll also create one more time. So again, position it. So every time you will create this hole, you have to provide the face, and you have to position the hole where you want to create that hole. Just provide 30 mm, 30 mm, exit the workbench. So now let's discuss these options over here: the blind hole, up to next, up to last, up to plane, and up to surface. So first we will create this. If you select the blind, by default it is blind, so it will take the dimension that is for the extrude for the hole depth. It will take this value. So if you select the blind option, it will make a hole for a depth of 18 mm. So it will create a depth of 18 mm. So we have created this object here with a width of 20 mm. So here if you just provide 20 mm, so you can see the hole is completely created throughout. But instead of providing the dimension, if you just select the next option, it will automatically create the hole. You can see here the preview of it. It will create the hole to the next surface or next. So you can see it is automatically create the hole up to the next face or edge, whatever it is. Similarly, if you select it is up to last, it will create a hole up to the last face. So you can see the throughout hole is created up to the last surface. Similarly, up to the plane, if you select the plane, so again we don't have any plane over here. So if we create one more plane, just click on the reference planes and create one more plane over here. Let's create it inside and just click on OK. So here there is one more option. If you want to create a plane before that hole, then you have to you have to define this object previous to that hole. Let's delete this here, and I will show you how to create that. So now just double click on this pad, or just define in work object. So now you can see the hole is no more here available, and now we can create the plane which is before the hole. So just click on OK, and now click on this one and keep this defining work object. So now again if we just double click this hole, and if we provide the option that is up to plane, just provide this plane, it will create a hole till that surface only, till that plane only. Just click on OK. So you can see the hole is created till that plane. Similarly, there is one more last option available, that is up to surface. So if we select the surface, let's say this surface, it will create a hole till that surface. Just click on OK. You can see it is throughout till this one, and this edge it will be terminated. So just double click on it. So in this way these options can be used. For the blind, it will take the depth value. For the next, it will create a hole up to the next surface or edge, whatever it is. Again, up to last, it will create a hole throughout. Up to the plane, it will create a hole till that specified plane which is selected, and up to the surface, it will create a hole till the surface which is selected. So I will just click on the blind option and click on a preview. So we have created this blind hole. So now we have seen all these options available in this extension tab. Now we can go to the type. So here there are different types available. First is a simple, second is a taper. So if you select the simple hole, you can see here the simple hole is created. In the second option, it is tapered. So you can see the tapered option, and you have to provide the parameters as angle. The third is the Counterbore. You have to provide the diameter and the depth, and here you can select the anchor point. This is the extreme point, this is the red point you can see in the preview. And again in the middle, if you select the middle, it will move that anchor point to the middle. Then the countersunk. So countersunk hole is created, and you can provide the specific parameters mentioned here. Counter drill is a combination of countersunk and the counterbore, and again here you can provide the diameter, depth, angle, and here definitely you can specify the anchor points. So depending upon the option is selected here, the preview you can see here, it is getting changed. So if you change it to countersunk, you will find the same picture in the extension tab and the type as well. So you can see here the same picture is getting shown here, and you can see the dimension whichever are available you have to provide as a parameters. So here we have already discussed this simple type of hole which is coming by default in CATIA V5. So it is the same parameters we can provide for the simple hole. So it is just a straight cylindrical bore, you can see here in the preview. The next option is the tapered one. So here you have to provide the angle, by how much angle you want to create that tapered hole. So again I will just make this as 20 mm, and here in the type menu you can just select the tapered option, and here you can provide the angle. So just double click on it, go to the tapered, and here just select the anchor point. You can just change the anchor point as per your requirement, and just click on the preview. You can see the tapered hole is created. So I will just reduce that angle over here, or you can just change this angle. Let's reduce it to 60 degree, and you can see the taper hole is created. So again double click on this, and here, so we can just see that by default the diameter value we specify is applies to the hole bottom. So if you want to change the anchor or the way by which the CATIA falling by default, so we can just change the anchor point to the top. So again, if I click on the preview, the hole is created. Similarly, again double click on this, and now we will change the type to the counterboard. So you can see the preview in the preview as well, and just we have to see the anchor points. So you can see the anchor is created at this face of the hole, and if we change it to extreme point, so it will turn into the extreme. So now the extreme edge, or you can see the top of this hole, is considered as this face. If we change it to middle, you can see the anchor is changed, and the simple bore face is starting at that face. So here we can change the diameter, of course. So here the counterbore diameter must be greater than or equal to, not equal to, must be greater than the hole diameter. And the hole depth, again the hole depth must be greater than the counterbore depth. So again if we try to change this one, let's say the diameter we will, if we just try to preview it now, make it to extreme and click on the preview option, you can see this counterbore is created, and we'll make some modifications. So now we will try to change this bore diameter. So let's say bore diameter is 26, and if you click on this, you can see this error: the counterbore diameter value must be greater than or equal to the main diameter value. But if it is equal to the main diameter value, then it will be a simple bore once again. So again click on this type option, and here, so keep in mind that the counterbore diameter must be greater than the hole diameter. So this is the hole diameter which you specify in the extension tab, and the diameter, that is the counterbore diameter, you specify in the type tab. So again depth is, this is the depth for the counterbore. You can see here this is in the yellow, and in the extension this is the bore length, and but you have to ensure that this will be the length from the top face. So please note that. So now we will see the next option, that is countersunk. And for the countersunk, we can provide the depth and the angle, depth and diameter, angle and the diameter. So we can provide the dimension as per this specific requirement. Whichever the parameters we have, we can use these options. So again, if I preview it, the countersunk hole is created. Just click on the OK. Again double click on this. Similarly, the values mentioned in the extension tab are the values for this hole diameter, and in the type tab, that is, these are the countersunk dimensions, countersunk parameters. So here as well, the countersink diameter must be greater than hole diameter, and the countersink angle must be greater than 0 and must be less than 180 degree. So this angle must be greater than 0 and must be less than the 180 degree, and this diameter must be greater than this hole diameter. The next is the counter drilled hole. So here you can see the counterbore as well as the countersunk, and here you can provide the depth as the counterbore depth, the diameter, and the angle. So angle is for specifically for the countersunk, and here as well you can just select the proper anchor point depending on your requirement. Just click on OK. Again double click it, and if I select the extreme, then it will create a counter drilled. Click on OK. So if you want to just check the wireframe, you can change it to wireframe mode, and you can see this is the counter drilled hole. Again, double click on this one. So now we have seen the blind, the diameter, depth, on all the options: positioning, bottom, direction, normal to the surface. In the types, we have seen all the types over here, along with these anchor points. In the next tutorial, we will discuss about how to provide the tolerancing to the diameter values, as well as the depths. And for the threaded hole, we will see in the upcoming tutorial. So thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe our channel for more videos. Thank you.